We are the most independent people in the world. We really are. But study after study shows us that we're also the loneliest people in the world. You see, independence isn't what it's all cracked up to be. Do you understand that? God never intended for us to be totally 100% independent from everything and everyone. In fact, the way He's created us and made us is that we would be interdependent. What does that mean? It means that at some point in our life, we all have to depend on somebody or something. You're going to get there in your life. If you haven't gotten there yet, one day you will. One day you're going to pick up the phone and say, hey, can you come over and help me? You're going to ask somebody, because that's the way God's created us. We need everybody's help. We need the help of God. We need the help of the church. We need the help of a small group. We need the help of a ministry team. We need all of that. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 19 says, you are members of God's very own family, and you belong in God's household with every other Christian. Listen, God never said that we were to just be off on our own, all alone. He said we belong with others. And I want to illustrate that for you this morning. So I've got some stuff that I brought today that I've kind of prepared ahead of time. And I want you to think about your life like this piece of paper. Now, a piece of paper like this is pretty flimsy, right? I mean, if I was to try to set this piece of paper up on end like this, and I was to put this ream of paper on top of it, what would happen to this piece of paper? It'd be crushed, right? Do I have to show you? It doesn't hold up. It's not able to. That's the way we are. See, we're like this piece of paper. As individuals, we like our independence. We don't want anybody else messing with us, helping us, showing us what to do, because we are independent. We don't even want God. We don't even want the Bible. We don't even want the Holy Spirit to help us. We can do it all on our own. I can figure out life by myself. And what happens when you do that is life just crushes you. That's what happens in life. You're trying to go through life alone, you're going to get crushed by life. So what I did was I took the exact same piece of paper and I just cut some strips. You see that? Just made some strips out of it to represent the rest of us. See, we're like these strips of paper, this church, your small group, your ministry team. You're like these strips of paper, I mean, I've got 8, 10 people in my, small group. There's 8 strips of paper there. And then what I did was I just took those pieces of paper and I rolled them up. And I'm going to place those on the table here like this in a row. To just represent all of us. This is like our church right here. In fact, I remember when our church was a lot smaller than that. Deborah and I, we started the Bridge Church, and we had 2 other people we asked to come along and be with us, and we had 4 of us. And then in a couple of weeks, we added 4 more, and it's just been growing like that. And so I'm going to take this cardboard and put it there, and I'm going to put this case of paper on that one sheet of paper. Do you know how much this weighs? This weighs almost 55 pounds. I tested it this week. Those pieces of paper that are rolled up can hold up to 60 pounds. Watch. That's how you end up when you go through life alone. Because you're trying to do it by yourself. I'm independent. I don't need anybody. But when you got the church in your life, when you got a ministry team behind you, when you're in a small group, when you got other Christians supporting you, you can hold up under the pressure. This is what life is like. Have you ever felt the pressure from life? Just pushing down on you. It's like, feels like it's going to crush you. Well, I can handle it. I can handle it. Yeah, you look like you're handling it all right. It's killing you. God says you don't have to go through that alone. That's why he gave us a family. That's why he gave us a church. That's why he gave us ministry teams, small groups. That's why we need each other. Do you understand that? Proverbs chapter 10, verse 8 says this. The self-sufficient fool, what? Flat on his face. That's what happens in life.